No, I mean, I'm so happy that this fight is finally happening. It was postponed first with Oubaali testing positive, and then Donaire, and then there was another twist and another turn, and here we are, beautiful, sunny Southern California, outdoor venue. I anticipate whatever crowd is allowed. I think we're going to have a maximum capacity crowd here in Carson, California, and it's going to be a spectacular fight. I mean, I'm really excited about it, and when Showtime announced their calendar of the fights, and you look at like social media, the one fight everybody picked they're most excited about was this fight here with Oubaali and Donaire, because everybody knows how exciting Nonito Donaire is.
Yeah, I mean, how big is it? I mean, I just realized last time they both fought was both in Japan on the same card, right?
Yes.
So we look at what, 16?
Yeah, it was like
almost
19, almost like 19 months or so, 20 months ago. So what happened is I've been working with Nonito now for a while, and I went with Nonito to Ireland, to Belfast, and we did the fight with Carl Frampton, Nonito against Carl Frampton. And right after the fight, Nonito lost that fight. Right after the fight, I went up to the ring and I talked to Nonito and I said, look, can you move down in weight? And he said, yes. Why? I said, well, get some rest and then we'll discuss it. I was back then working with the World Boxing Super Series, and I knew that we were going to do a 118-pound tournament, and so we got Nonito into the World Boxing Super Series tournament, and he made it against all odds. Nobody gave him any chance. I did. He made it to the final against Inoue in Japan. Inoue is considered number 3 or 4 on the pound-for-pound list. While Donaire lost the fight, look what he's done to Inoue. He shattered his eye socket. I mean, to the point where Inoue couldn't fight for 12 or 18 months. So what that shows you is at 118 pounds, Nonito Donaire is the biggest puncher. He's the big guy. When he was fighting Frampton at 126 and 130, he was the little guy. But at 118, he is the big guy. He's the big puncher. And he has the experience. So you look at the experience and the puncher, and you can see something else in Nonito.
Yeah.
You see the fire again. You see the fire, you see the hunger. He wants that world title. He wants it for him, for his legacy. He wants it for all the Filipino people out there. That's who he fights for. So this is going to be exciting. But the guy he fights is very dangerous. He's undefeated. He's a 2-time Olympian, represented France twice at the Olympics. He's a very technically good fighter, and as I said, he's undefeated, and that is probably why the odds makers, they have Nonito Donaire as the underdog. The other guy is favored.
Yeah, what are the odds?
The odds, he's like a 2-to-1 underdog, Nonito Donaire, which I have to tell you, I'm a bit surprised, because I know and I can see what Nonito Donaire is going to do in this fight, and it's going to be spectacular. It's going to be one of those all-time great performances from Nonito Donaire. Just watch and see.
Yeah, I'm about to look for a bookie after this. I like those 2-to-1 odds.
Yes.
For me,
yes.
I love Nonito. So he's in that older fighter category. He's 38 years old now. He's done so much already. What would a fight like this do for his legacy? I mean, do you think this might be he's down in his final rounds, or you see him still going after big names after
Well,
this
the thing is this COVID situation, particularly for an older fighter, one might say, well, you know what, it creates ring rust because he hasn't been active. But maybe that's true for a younger fighter. I think for an older fighter, what it does, it allows him to rejuvenate and let his body rest. After, you look at Nonito, he's been so active and fought so many times. So to have a little break is actually not a bad thing. So I think his body is recharged. And I think as a result of that, if everything goes well on Saturday night, you're going to see many more fights with Nonito Donaire. Now, from a legacy point of view, he's already a legend. He's already a surefire Hall of Famer and one of the greatest fighters of all time. And funny enough, talking about one of the greatest fighters of all time, I remember when I promoted another Filipino fighter back in 2007, I did a fight up north between Cherry Peñalosa and Johnny Gonzalez. And so that was you know, when Jerry Peñalosa became the oldest 118-pound world champion in the history of the division. And here we have now Nonito another Filipino, going to try to break that record of his fellow countryman, Jerry Peñalosa. So this, from a legacy point of view, and the meaning in the sport to become the oldest fighter to win that world title in that particular weight classes, there's a lot at stake. But I don't think that Nonito needs anything else to add to his resume. From now on, it's sort of like, just as they say, the cherry on top. It's just extra, it's bonus time. And we as fight fans, we should appreciate the time we live in to be able to watch a legend like Nonito Donaire and enjoy every moment, and particularly enjoy that fight on Saturday night.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it this year. Oh,
Yes.
thanks, Richard.
Thank you, no problem.
Yeah, man. That's
Anytime.
true. Man.